Hello students, my name is Neeraj Parekh and today we start our new journey. The name of new journey is that is a foundation course, and this journey is completely belongs to your study. And name of this journey is that is foundation course. Dear students, normally basically we study in a school, but the syllabus of school and competition exam are different. So dear, most of the students are choose plus both the syllabus, first school examination and second the foundation course. Foundation course gives the most concept related to your topics. That beneficial of foundation course is key that your basics is strong. Your basic knowledge will be strong, which is help you in future for fight any competition examination. Now dear friend, today we start our first topic that is a force class 8 and lecture 1. Now dear student, in this video we discuss some following topics. Topics are first topic is force. First topic is force. In this topic we discuss the word definition of force and what is the force. And second point is mathematical expression of force, means how we can make a formula of force, means by using this formula we can calculate the value of force. Next thing is unit of force, means just like when we use some mass, then we use mass in kilogram and gram. Similarly, when we measure the force, we use a new unit that is called Newton and Dian. We will discuss in future after some slides. Next one is a relation between Newton and Dian. That is both are the unit of force, just like a kilogram and gram. These are the unit of forces Newton and Dian. We make the relation between Newton and Dian. Next one is a effect of force. Means dear students, when we apply a force on any object, what will be the result of this forces? Next one is numericals, and after discussing of numerical we give some assignment, means just like a homework. Just like a homework for you. Now dear students, we start our journey, today's journey with the new topic that is force. Now new journey that is a force, means what is the force? First we discuss about the forces. Now dear students, let look this diagram. Look this diagram. In this diagram dear students, one is the block we call the mass, means object. One boy pull the box and one boy push this box. By using pull and push, the box will be moved. By applying pull and push, we move the box. And next diagram says, means we can say by applying push and pull, we apply some forces on this box. Means pull and push is the force. Push and pull, and in normal language we can say force is push and pull. Means whenever we push and whenever we pull, means we can say we apply some forces. One more effect of these forces is that look that the ball will be coming from this red direction, means from that direction, and after applying the forces from this bed, the ball will be moved in different direction. Means dear student, in this diagram shows that when we apply the force, on a moving body, we can change the direction of this object. Means by applying the force on this moving body, we can change the direction of this force. We can change the direction of this ball. Okay students, now write the definition of force. What is the definition of force? The definition of force is that the force is push or pull. Normal definition, which change, means when we apply the forces, what can change? It can change or tends to change, means try to change. The state of rest, means object at rest will be changes, means object will be in a motion or in uniform motion or change its direction and motion and shape. we can change the shape and size of object by applying the forces. That is the first point. Now dear students, next one is mathematically how we can calculate the force. Now dear students, let's suppose what happened. Let's suppose in previous diagram we discussed, that is the box, and one boy pull and second boy push. Okay student, let if that is the 2 kilogram box, the small boys will be means children's easily pull and push this box. Okay student, but if we change this box by a 20 kilogram, by a let if we change this box with 20 kilogram, with 20 kilogram, means the mass will be increases, mass will be increases, then the small children are not sufficient, means not pull this box easily. Means when we increase the masses, we required more amount of pull and more amount of push. So we can say when we increase the mass, we required more pull and more push. Means dear students, if we increase the masses, we require more pull and more push. Means we can say the effect, means the force is directly proportional, या फिर we can say, or we can say force is dependent on mass. Force is dependent on mass. Force is dependent on mass. Now write the mathematical expression of this force. Mathematical expression now write. Means force is product of mass and acceleration. We have already discussed force is depend on mass. How? If we increase the mass, we require the more force. If we decrease the mass, we require the minimum, reduce the amount of force. So force is equivalent to mass into acceleration, where A is the acceleration. Where A is the acceleration, means acceleration is change in velocity upon time. Acceleration means how much speed and or velocity will be changed per second. How much velocity will be changes per second, that is a acceleration. Means whenever we apply a force, the body comes in a motion. If we applied a more force, let's suppose, let dear student, that is a box, we apply a force of 2 Newton. Initially it moves 2 meter per second, but after some time it moves to 3 meter per second. When we apply 2 Newton force, that is the unit of force, students. If we applied a more force, more force, means we can say 5 Newton. 5 Newton force, then initially that is move with 2 meter per second, but after 1 second that will be moved with 5 meter per second. Why? Because here applied force is 5 Newton, here applied force is 2 Newton. When we applied a more force, the acceleration will be increases. Means acceleration is also depends on force. Acceleration is also depend on force. So we can say acceleration is also dependent on force. So F is equals to mass into acceleration. Now dear students, force is equal to the product of mass of the body and acceleration produced. Acceleration kept small a, acceleration is small a. Acceleration is small a produced in the body due to that force, forces. Okay students, that is a mathematical formula to calculate the force. Force is equals to mass into acceleration. Now in next slide we discuss about the what is the acceleration. What is the acceleration. Acceleration is equals to v minus u upon t, where v is the final velocity and u is the initial velocity. V is the final velocity and u is the initial velocity, and t is the time taken to change this velocity. Means 8% body moves with the 2 meter per second, and after some time body will move with the 5 meter per second. Then what happen? After 1 second body is moved to 2 to 5, then difference is 3 meter per second. Speed will be increases in 1 second, that is a 3 meter per second. So then by using this expression we can calculate the acceleration. Means what is the v? V is the final velocity and u is the initial velocity and t is the time taken. Okay student. So by using this expression we can calculate the acceleration, and after that if we have a value of mass, then multiply both the values mass and acceleration and we can get the value of forces. Okay students. Now that means mathematical expression of force is complete. Now unit of force. Now dear students, unit of force, in there are two systems. There is a two system unit of force. First one is a SI system. Wait. Now dear students, if we discuss about the unit, then we discuss about the two systems. First one is a SI system, and second one is a CGS system. Dear student, in SI system, when we calculate, we discuss about the mass. And symbol of mass is small m or capital M also, then calculate in the form of kilogram. We take the values in the form of kilogram. If we discuss about the mass in CGS system, then we take the mass in grams. Okay students, first point. And second point, in SI system, distance will be calculated in the form of meter. Okay, in the form of meter. And in CGS system, distance will be calculated in centimeter. Here we use meter and here we use centimeter. So these are the two important points for discuss about the unit of forces. In SI system, mass will be calculated in kilogram, and in CGS system, mass will be calculated in gram, and distance in meter and centimeter. Now we discuss the SI system, the unit of force in SI system. Now in SI system, students, force, the formula of force is equals to m into a. Formula is m into a. Mass will be calculated in kilogram. Mass will be calculated in gram. Okay, and acceleration will be calculated in meter per second square. Then the complete unit of force is kilogram into meter per second square. That is a SI unit. But dear student, as we know, these complete equations means there are some more than one words. So it converted into a single word, that is a Newton. Means kilogram into meter per second square can be write as Newton. That in a single word we can write Newton. Okay student. If we want to calculate the value of 1 Newton, then we use this expression. This expression means we use the mass is 1 kilogram, and acceleration is 1 meter per second square. Means mass is equals to 1 kilogram and acceleration is 1 meter per second square. Then according to our expression means F is equals to ma, the answer is 1 kilogram into meter per second square. 1 kilogram meter per second square, that is equivalent to 1 Newton. Means let's suppose I have a box of 1 kilogram and we apply a force and body gets acceleration, that is a 1 meter per second square. So we can say in that condition the force applied by me is 1 Newton. Which force applied by me? That is a 1 Newton. Okay student. So write the definition of 1 Newton. Means 1 Newton we can say if a force is applied on a body of mass 1 kilogram. Means if we applied a force mass of 1 kilogram and acceleration produced in body is 1 meter per second square, then applied force is equivalent to 1 Newton. Okay student, that is SI system, and in this system we know the unit of force is Newton. The unit of force is Newton. Now second point is in CGS system. Now we discuss the unit of force in CGS system. Again same thing, force is equals to mass multiplied by acceleration. Here mass will be measured in gram and acceleration will be measured in centimeter per second square. The complete product of gram into centimeter per second square is called Dian. In SI system, kilogram multiplied by meter per second square, that is called Newton. But in CGS system, gram into centimeter per second square is called Dian. That is a CGS unit of force. Now dear students, what will be next? Means how we can calculate 1 Dian. Means we take mass is 1 gram and acceleration is 1, also 1. Then product of this quantity is equivalent to 1. Then product of this quantity will be 1. So we can get the 1 Dian similarly. Now mass is 1 gram and acceleration is 1 centimeter per second square. If we use mass is 1 gram and acceleration is 1 centimeter per second square, then applied force is equivalent to 1 Dian. Okay, so that is the definition of 1 Dian. Similar definition just like a 1 Newton. When we applied a force on a mass of 1 gram, wait, 1 gram, mass is 1 gram and acceleration produced is 1 centimeter per second square. Acceleration produced is 1 centimeter per second square. Then applied force is equivalent to 1 Dian. Let's suppose that is a 1 gram mass and we applied some force. And this body, if this body gets acceleration, what acceleration? 1 centimeter per second square. So we can say the applied force is equivalent to 1 Dian. So dear students, now we discuss the SI system and CGS system. In SI system, unit of force is Dian. In CGS system, unit of force is SI system, unit of force is Newton, and in CGS system, unit of force is Dian. Okay students, now next we discuss the relation between. As dear students, you know, if someone says 1 kilogram and other person says 1000 gram, what is the difference? Both quantities are same, but the measurement taken are in different system. 1 kilogram means that is a SI system and 1000 gram is that is a CGS system. Okay, so everyone know about that. 1 kilogram and 1000 gram both are the same quantities, but the measurement system is different. 1 kilogram is a SI and 1000 gram is CGS. So similarly, we drive a relation between Newton and Dian. Newton is a SI system and Dian is a CGS system. Okay, student. Now, if anyone asks what is the relation between Newton and Dian, if someone asks what is the relation between kilogram and gram, everyone says 1 kilogram is equivalent to 1000 gram. Everyone know. Someone asks what is the relation between meter and centimeter. Everyone answer 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeter. Okay, student. And similarly, agar anyone asks the relation between Newton and Dian, so our answer will be 1 Newton is equivalent to 10 to the power 5 Dian. 1 Newton is equivalent to 10 to the power 5 Dian. How we get the 10? How we can say 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power 5 Dian? In previous discussion, we know what happened. 1 Newton, we know that 1 Newton. Now, dear student, in single alphabet we can say N. N, capital N is equivalent to Newton, means Newton. We can say 1 Newton is 1 kilogram and multiply by 1 meter per second square. That is the basic formula. 1 Newton is equivalent to 1 kilogram multiplied by 1 meter per second square. And we know that if we write kilogram into gram, so everyone write 1000 gram, 1000 gram, 1000 gram multiplied by. And here meter, as we know 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeter. 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeter. So we can write here 100 centimeter per second square. These equation are correct. We convert kilogram into gram, meter into centimeter. Okay, student. So now that is the 1000 and that is 100. It can be written as 10 to the power 3, that is gram, and it can be written as 10 to the power 2, okay, that is centimeter per second square. Okay, student. Now everyone know, most of the students and smart students know that when the base are same, the power will be added. The power will be added means we add 3 and 2. So it becomes 10 to the power 5. And unit gram and centimeter. Unit is gram into centimeter per second square. So dear student, 1 Newton. 1 Newton means kilogram into meter per second square is can be write as 10 to the power 5 gram into centimeter per second square. And that is a single word is Dian. In single word we can say 10 to the power 5 Dian. So students, 1 Newton is equivalent to 10 to the power 5 Dian. That is a complete derivation of 1 Newton and 10 to the power 5 Dian. Relation between Newton and Dian. Now dear students, copy that fast. Okay students, now again come back in our topics. That is correct, 1 Newton is equivalent to 10 to the power 5. Okay student. Now next one is simple numerical. Simple numerical, both very simple numerical. First, dear student, it's my suggestion to all of you, whenever you start any numerical, first in starting phase, first write the given quantities. Write the given quantities and unknown quantities. And in this question, if you read this question, what happened? A force produce an acceleration, means given quantities is acceleration. In this quantities, given quantities 5 centimeter per second square, means the first given quantities is acceleration is equal to 5 centimeter per second square. 5 centimeter per second square. First given quantity. Second thing is, what is the given quantity? Mass. Mass is 20 gram. Second given quantities is mass, that is mass is equivalent to 20 gram. Given mass is 20 gram. Okay. Now what we find? Find out the force. First question is find out the force. And after that one more question in a single line. Find the force but in Newton. But in Newton. Find the force is first question. And second question is find the force in a Newton. We required SI unit of force. Okay student. Means we want to find the force. What is the force? Now, before going to solution of this question, now discuss some points. Given quantity is what? Acceleration is, right? Acceleration is 5 centimeter per second square. Okay. And mass is 20 gram. Okay student, mass is 20 gram. What want to calculate? Force. If we want to calculate the force, our formula is force is equals to mass multiplied by acceleration. Everyone know? After this lecture, mass is 20 gram, right? 20 gram. We are writing the unit also. In initial phase, you also write the unit centimeter per second square. When we multiply 20 and 5, we get the 100. We get the 100. That is gram centimeter per second. That is the force. But dear students, if we focus on this unit, gram into centimeter per second square, the unit is CGS unit. Gram also CGS unit. Centimeter is also CGS unit. So we write force is equals to 100 Dalton. Our answer is 100 Dalton. This answer is correct. But according to our question asks the force in the form of Newton. This answer is not correct. So our priority is convert the 100 Dalton into Newton. What is the relation between Dalton and Newton? 10 to the power 5 Dalton is equals to 1 Newton. We can reverse also. 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power 5 Dalton. So 1 Dalton. So 1 Dalton is equals to 1 upon 10 to the power 5 Newton. 1 Dalton is equals to 1 upon 10 to the power 5 Dalton. We want to calculate 100 Dalton. We want to calculate 100 Dalton. So 100 Dalton is equivalent to 1 upon 10 to the power 5 and multiply by 10 to the power 2. 100 can be write 10 to the power 2 and answer we get Newton. Now solve this expression. We get 10 to the power 5, 8% in a denominator. When 10 to the power 5 moves to numerator, it becomes 10 to the power minus 5. Multiply by 10 to the power 2 Newton. Again, every students know when the base are same, power will be added. When we add minus 2 and plus 2, sorry, minus 5 and plus 2, then we get 10 to the power minus 3 Newton. That is the answer of this question. That is the answer of this question, 10 to the power minus 3 Newton. Now dear students, copy this complete. Now, okay students, now again come back on slides. The relation, we get the answer of this question. Answer of this question is previous question. We can again, the previous question is find the force in Newton, that is 10 to the power. The answer of this question is 10 to the power minus 3 Newton. 10 to the power minus 3 Newton. Okay students. Now next question is again one more question. In this question, force is 15 Newton. A force of 15 Newton acts on a body of mass kilogram for 2 seconds. For 2 seconds, on what is the change in velocity? We don't know about the initial velocity, so we can use any velocity in the form of, there is no initial velocity, and the question is asked what is the change in velocity. We require the change in velocity. So dear students, now given quantities, first force. Force is equals to 15 Newton, and second is mass is equals to 5 kilogram. 5 kilogram. Next thing is time. The given time is equals to 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Okay. Now, what we want to calculate, change in velocity. Change in velocity. What is the formula used in this? Just think, dear student, we have two formulas for calculate the force. First, force is equals to mass into acceleration when the quantity is given in the form of mass and acceleration. Second formula is that we know that acceleration is v minus u upon t, where v minus u shows the change in velocity. V minus u shows change in velocity. So write the value of acceleration, then force is equals to mass into v minus u upon t. And according to this numerical, we want to calculate v minus u. According to this numerical, we want to calculate v minus u. So we can use the given quantities. Force is given, that is a 15 Newton. Force is given 15 Newton, and mass is 5 kilogram multiplied by v minus u divided. Time given is 2 seconds. Now solve this expression and we can get the value of v minus u. By solving this expression, we can get the value of v minus u, means change in velocity. Okay. Now cancel out the 5 to 15, that is 3 times, and cross multiply. 2 will be cross multiplied by with 3. 3 multiplied by 2 is equivalent to v minus u. So dear students, we get our answer, v minus u is equals to 6 meter per second. That is the answer of this question. Now dear students, copy this solution in your class or copy. Okay. Now, so the answer of this question is 6 meter per second. Now, next question, simple question. Simple. Force is scalar, vector, both, none of these. What do you mean by scalar quantity and what do you mean by vector quantities? Dear students, in previous classes you discuss about the two terms. First one is a vector and scalar. That is the types of physical quantities. Scalar quantities means that has only magnitude. Okay. But vector quantities are those quantities which have magnitude plus as well as direction also. So force is a vector quantity. Force has magnitude as well as direction. Let's suppose that is a box. We can apply the force in this direction, the effect is changed. When we apply the force in this direction, another effect will become. When we apply the force in this direction, means force depends on direction, means force has some direction. So we can say force is a vector quantity. It has magnitude as well as direction. Force has magnitude as well as direction. So what is the right answer of this question? Vector is a right answer of this question. Now next question is says, when a body is stationary, let's suppose a body is stationary, means there is no motion, means we can say body at rest position. Now dear students, use some logics and gives the answer of this question. First option, there is a no force. There is no force means there is no force means no motion. First option. Second, first option is there is no force acting on it. Second option, the force acting on it is not in contact, means there is a not non-contact force. We will discuss in another lecture what is the contact and non-contact force, but here we use not in contact. The force is not in contact. Okay. Now C option is the combination of forces. The combination of, let's suppose more than one forces are applied on this box, and but each and every force has a opposite force. Means if you applied a one force in right hand side and another force of same amount will be applied by a another direction, left hand side, then both the forces will be cancelled out. So in this condition also body not move. So we can say the answer of this question is the combination of the combination of forces acting on it balance to each other. That is the correct answer of this question. Okay students. Now next one is, again simply logically and basic information. 5.25 Newton is equal to how many Dalton? Means dear students, in these questions ask the relation between Newton and Dalton. Everyone know what is the relation between Newton and Dalton? We know that 1 Newton is equivalent to 10 to the power 5 Dalton. 1 Newton is equivalent to 10 to the power 5 Dalton. Use this relation in this question. Given quantities is 5.25 Newton and we want to calculate the force in Dalton. Just multiply only this quantity. Just multiply only this quantity, that is a 10 to the power 5 Dalton. That is a 10 to the power 5. So what is the answer of this question? The answer of this question is B. Every smart students get this answer, 5.25 into 10 to the power 5 Dalton. 5.25 into 10 to the power 5 Dalton. That is the answer of this question. Okay students. Now after completing of this topic, that is the one part of this topic, force, it's completed. Force completed, mathematical expression of force is completed, and unit of force will be completed. Now during the second part of this topic is effect of force. Effect of force means, dear students, let's suppose we apply some forces. We apply some force on any object. Then what will be the result? How we can identify key that is a result of force? By visualizing this, by feel this, by any other property of this. What will the changes will become when we apply the some forces on any object. Now start this second part, that is the effect of force. In effect of force, after starting this effect one, thus visualize this diagram. In this diagram, dear student, what happened? 8% ball at rest. Ball at rest. After some time, the boy will become and apply some forces. Applied some forces on this ball. Then what happened? Ball will be moved in this direction. Ball will be moved in this direction by applying the kick. By applying the kick means we can say that by applying a forces means body which is at rest. 8% body at rest will be moved. After applying some forces, body will be moved. Body will be come in motion. Body will be come in motion. Okay student. So we can say force can set an stationary object in motion. Means whenever we apply a force when object at rest, we can convert the position means in motion, means object can be moved with some velocity when we apply the forces. So first step, force can set a stationary object in motion. Force can set a stationary object in motion. First point clear. Now second point is that, let's see this diagram. What happen in football match? Ball will be come. Ball will be come. When the ball will be come in this direction, the goalkeeper catch this ball. The goalkeeper catch this force by applying some forces. By applying some forces. When the goalkeeper applies some forces, in this position ball will be moved, but after applying some forces, object at rest, ball will become at rest. Ball will become at rest position. So dear student, when we apply the force on any motion body, means when we apply the force on a motion of this body, we can stop this body. We can stop this body by applying a force. So write this line. This line says that force can stop the moving object or move down. Means we can reduce the speed of this any object, any ball, any vehicle by applying the forces, and we can stop also this object by applying some forces. The second point of effect of force, that is clear. Now next point is says, let's see this diagram. What happened here? What happened here? Here our friend is come and kick the ball, but in this direction when we kick the force, the ball will be moved in this direction. We can change by applying the forces, we can change the direction of motion of this object. By applying the forces, we change the direction of motion of this object, that is the direction of this object, after applying some forces. One more diagram says that the ball is coming from this direction. Ball is coming from this direction, and when batsman apply some forces, ball will be moved in this direction. Ball will be moved in this direction. Means dear student, we can say when we apply the force, we can change the direction of any object. Let's suppose when we turn our cycle, our bike, our vehicle, what happen? We turn, we apply the force, one side more force, one side low force, one side more, one side low force, and vehicle will be turned. So we can change the direction of any motionary body. We can change the direction. So force can change the direction of any moving body. Direction of any moving body, students. Okay students, now complete. Now one more effect of this force. This is normal. Normally we say what happen? A mud is moved on a roll. A mud move on a roll. The finger applying some forces. Fingers apply some forces. By applying some forces, we change the shape of this mud. We change the shape of this mud. So we can say when we apply the forces on any material, we can change the shape of a material. One more example. This example is very well known example. Everyone know about this. In our kitchens, when we move, moms make some chapatis. What happen here? This is a simple material made of grain. After applying some forces, we make some any shape, just like a roll, just like any type of shape we can make by applying some forces. Okay student, so we can say when we apply the force, we can change the shape of an object. So dear students, we discuss the 4 points effect of force. First, rest to motion. Second, we can change the direction of, we can change the shape of an object, we can stop of any object by applying forces, by applying some forces. Okay, students. Now, next one is some basic information. We check what a force can. First point. First point says the change the direction of a moving object. If we apply the force of a force on any object, can we change the direction of a moving body? Yes, we can change the direction of any moving body. Means first option is correct. Second point is says change the state of rest or uniform motion of a body. Can we change the state of motion? Rest? Okay, yes. Yes, second point is also correct. Third point is says change the shape of body. In last example we know when we apply the force we can change the shape of a body. So dear students, in this question all the options are correct. So the answer of this question is all of the above. All of the correction, all of the options are correct. Okay students. Now next one is when two bodies are moving with a equal acceleration. When two bodies are moved with a equal acceleration, then derive the relation of force and mass. Derive the relation of force and mass. Force and mass. Okay. Now, dear students, to understand this relation, given question says first body force F1, mass m1, acceleration a. Second body force F2, mass m2, but acceleration is equal. Means both the bodies have a same acceleration. Make a relation for this. So F is equals to F1 is equals to m1 multiplied by a1. Sorry, not a1, only a. F1 is equals to m1 into a. Similarly, make the second relation for this. F2 is equals to m2 multiplied by a. Correct? Find the acceleration in both the relation. A is equals to f1 upon a1. Similarly, a is equals to f2 upon m2. According to our question, acceleration are equal. Acceleration are equal. So write the equation f1 upon f1 is equals to f2 upon m2. Okay. So dear students, we can write the relation between force and mass. So we can write in these equations also f1 upon f2. We cross multiply. f1 upon f2 is equals to m1 upon m2. Now make the relation. According to this relation, force is directly proportional to mass. According to this relation, force is directly proportional to mass. So we can write F1 upon F2 is equals to M1 upon M2. So on the basis of this equation, we can say force is directly proportional to mass. Force is directly proportional to mass. The correct answer of this question is first option. Force is directly proportional to, first option. Force is directly proportional to mass. Okay. Now, first option is correct. The answer of this question is A. Okay, students. Now, next. One more question. And in this question, 1 Newton is a force which produce. We want to find the 1 Newton value of how we can get the Newton 1 Newton value. 1 Newton means Newton is a SI unit. So we required mass and acceleration in SI. Mass and acceleration in SI unit. But unit of Newton is 1. So we want to product of mass and acceleration is also 1. So we required 1 in mass, 1 in acceleration, but in SI system. Now check the answer. First find the acceleration 1 meter per second square. 1 meter per second there is 2 option. In 2 option first and second, but both options are not correct. Now check the second priority. Second priority, that is the mass. Now check the mass. Where is the 1 kilogram? Now 1 kilogram is here. So B option is correct. Now B option is correct. Okay students, the answer of this question is B. Acceleration of 1 meter per second square in a body of mass 1 kilogram. Mass 1 kilogram. The answer of this question is B option is correct. Now dear students, some exercise and assignment for you. After complete this lecture, you can do in your classwork copies. Assignment number 1 is question number 1, 2, question number 1, 3, 7, 10, 11. That is the objective question. All are the objective questions in your module. Okay. And second question is long answer time, is just like a theoretical questions and long analytical questions also. 11 and 14 number questions. That is the assignment for you after this lecture. And dear students, now thank you so much.